Welcome back to my channel JBR Online Classes. Like, share and subscribe my channel. So hello everyone, this is the second part from the complex number. So the previous part, please check the description box, the link will be there. Now in the previous part, we are already discussed about what is complex number, what is the properties and the fundamental operation of complex number. So now in this video, we are going to discuss about the conjugate, the modulus of the complex number and also the cube root of the unity. So first, what is the conjugate of a complex number? So you know that suppose z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, where a, b are the real numbers, you know that. Then the complex number a minus ib, okay, a minus ib is said to be the conjugate of z and we denote it by z dash, okay, we denote it by z dash or z bar. Thus two conjugate complex number have the same real part but their imaginary part differs only their sign. You have to remember that two real numbers will be same but only the imaginary part only differ only their sign. So as here example, suppose z equal to minus 2 plus 3i, it's a complex number, okay. Then the conjugate of z will be minus 2 will be same and here you can just write down minus 3i. Another example, suppose 5 minus 3i is a complex number, then the conjugate of this one, it will be 5 will be same and here plus 3i, okay. So if this one is the complex number, then conjugate of this one will be here, this one. Now there are some properties of conjugate of complex number. So discuss about some properties. So here the first one. Here the property, the conjugate and again the conjugate, it will be always the previous complex number, okay. So the conjugate and again the conjugate, that will be your complex number. Now the next properties, here z1 plus z2, that means addition of two complex number, then the conjugate will be z1 conjugate plus conjugate of z2. As well as for the multiplication, if z1 z2, the conjugate of z1 z2, it will be conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2. Next the fourth one, z into conjugate of z, that equal to mod z square. Remember that equal to mod z square. And the last properties, that is z1 by z2 conjugate, that equal to as same as z1 conjugate of z1 and here conjugate of z2, okay. So these are the properties of the conjugate of complex number, okay. And you have to just remind this one, no need to prove down these properties, okay. Now next one, that is modulus of a complex number. So the modulus of a complex number, suppose z equal to a plus ib is a complex number, then the modulus of that complex number will be, remember that, plus root over a square plus b square, okay. The modulus of the complex number where a, b are the real numbers, then the modulus of that complex number will be plus root over a square plus b square. As here a, b, that's why here a square plus b square. If there are x and y, then it will be x square plus y square. And modulus of the complex number, it's denoted by mod z, okay. Or you can also write down this one mod z, like this one, okay. So mod z according to sign, and you can also write down this one mod in bracket z. So here mod z equal to plus root over a square plus b square, okay, which is always a positive real number, remember that, okay. This one always a positive real number. So here is an example, suppose z equal to minus 3 plus 4i, okay. Then mod z will be, as here 3 means a minus 3 and b means 4, so it will be mod z equal to minus 3 whole square then 4 whole square. So that equal to root over 25 that equal to positive 5 only. Okay, suppose here is another example, 8 minus 6y. So mod z will be here, 8 means a, so 8 square and then minus 6 whole square. So that equal to 64 and 36. So it will be 100. So that equal to 10. Okay, so in this way you can easily find out the modulus of any complex number. Now here again some properties. Properties of the modulus of the complex number. So here the first one, the first properties, that is mod z equal to so here the first property is mod z that equal to minus mod z. Okay, so minus z mod that equal to mod z. Then number 2, second property is mod z equal to 0 if and only if z equal to 0. Okay, now the third one, third properties, that is within mod z1 z2 that equal to, you can write mod z1 and then mod z2. Okay, as same as for the division, within mod z1 by z2 that equal to mod z1 separately and then divided by mod z2, and provided that here z2 not equal to 0. Now here will be the another one, that is 5, that will be mod z square that equal to mod z square. Okay, now the next thing is geometrical representation of complex number. Okay, or this is called the Argand diagram. A diagram with showing points which represent the complex number is called the Argand diagram. That is the definition. A diagram showing points which represent the complex number is called an Argand diagram. So suppose let us consider a plane. Okay, and here two mutually perpendicular lines, you know that is XO x dash and YO y dash are taken as x axis and y axis respectively. Now here suppose z equal to x plus iy is a complex number, and let p be the point whose coordinates refer to the XO x axis and YO y axis are x comma y. Okay, so here the coordinates of p, that is x comma y. Then we say that the point p of the complex plane represent the complex number z plus iy. I repeat, let p be the point whose coordinate refer to the axis XO x dash and YO y dash are x comma y, ordered pair. Then we say that the point p of the complex plane represent the complex number z equal to x plus iy. Now suppose if y equal to 0, then z will be here only x, so which is a real number, and the corresponding points lies on the x axis. Okay, the corresponding points lies on the x axis. Thus all real numbers x correspond to the points on the x axis, that means XOX. So here XOX is called the real axis. Remember that here XOX is called the real axis. Similarly, if x equal to 0, then z equal to iy, that means here YO y dash is called the imaginary axis. So here XO x dash is called the real axis and YO y dash is called the imaginary axis. So if a point P of the complex plane represent the number z equal to x plus iy, then the directed line segment, that means OP. So here the directed line segment, that means OP represent z geometrically. Okay, OP represent z geometrically. Now next, from that one you can easily find out the modulus and the amplitude of the complex number. So as suppose here let r theta be the polar coordinates of P which represent the complex number z equal to x plus iy. Okay, so here let r theta be the polar coordinates of p which represent this complex number. Then from this figure you can easily find out here the length of OP that equal to r, and the theta and the angle that equal to theta, and the angle that equal to theta which OP makes with the positive direction of x axis. So here consider x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta, you know that. Then from that one r equal to plus root over x square plus y square, r equal to x square plus y square, and that is called the modulus, or you can write down this one mod z. Okay, or you can write down this one mod z. So that means here cos theta equal to x by r and sin theta equal to y by r. Okay, cos theta equal to x by r, sin theta equal to y by r. Then from that you can easily write down tan theta equal to y by x, because you know that sin theta by cos theta that equal to tan theta. Then r cancel out, here tan theta equal to y by x. So here z equal to, you can write down r cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, plus I sin theta. Here z equal to r cos theta plus r sin theta, where r equal to this one, here r equal to plus root over x square plus y square, and theta means here that is the amplitude or the argument. So here theta equal to tan inverse y by x. Theta equal to tan inverse y by x. So this gives the polar representation of the complex number z equal to x plus I y. Okay, so it's very easy. Then the value of the angle theta which satisfy the equation is called the argument or the amplitude of z. Which equation? Here the equation is this one, cos theta equal to x by r, and here tan sin theta equal to y by r. That means the value of theta which satisfy these two equation is called the argument and the amplitude of z, and it's denoted by, you can write down in this way, ARZ z or AMPZ, that means argument or amplitude. Okay, it's denoted by argument ARGZ or AMPZ, and that equal to tan inverse y by x. So this is the method you have to find out the argument or the amplitude of the complex number. So now here is an example how to find out the modulus and the argument of a complex number. So suppose here 5 minus I by 2 minus 3i. So this is a complex number. So as you have 5 minus I by 2 minus 3y, first you have to convert this complex number into this format. That means z equal to x plus iy. So you have to convert this complex number into z plus iy format. So to convert this one, first you have to multiply this one with numerator and denominator with the conjugate of the denominator. Okay, so it will be now the upper one. The upper one will be 2 into 5, 10, then minus 2i, then it will be 15i, and the last one will be here 3i square. Okay, so minus 3i square. In the lower one it will be 2 whole square minus 3i whole square. So it will be now 10 minus, sorry, it's plus 13i, and here minus, here I square means minus 1, you know that I square equal to minus 1, so it will be plus 3. In the lower 4, here 3, that means 9i square, so that will be 13 plus 13i. In denominator, here I square means minus 1, so that means it will be plus, so 4 plus 9, it will be 13. So that means 1 plus I. Okay, so this one equal to 1 plus I. Now as you know that, so here let z equal to 1 plus I, that equal to r, here cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, r cos theta plus I sin theta. That means by comparing you will get r cos theta equal to 1 and r sin theta equal to also 1, because as here 1 and here also 1. So r cos theta equal to 1, r sin theta equal to 1. So here r equal to, that means the mod z. So modulus z will be 1 square plus 1 square, that equal to root 2. Okay, so cos theta equal to 1 by r, then means 1 by root 2, and sin theta equal to also 1 by r, that equal to 1 by root 2. Okay, so here r or mod z equal to root 2, then cos theta equal to this one and sin theta equal to this one. Now as the value of theta such that satisfying above the two equation, and here it will be minus pi less than theta less than equal to pi. So hence here, hence theta equal to pi by 4, because you know that cos pi by 4 equal to 1 by root 2 and sin pi by 4 equal to also 1 by root 2, or if you divide this one then you will get tan theta. Tan theta equal to 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2, that equal to 1. You also know that for tan pi by 4 that equal to 1. So that means here theta equal to 1. So here modulus equal to root 2, that is your first answer. This one is the modulus, and here argument equal to pi by 4. Now the next one and the last topic, that is cube roots of unity. So guys, if you like my video, please share this video and please subscribe my channel, or you can also visit our website. So here let x equal to cube root of 1. Okay, let x equal to cube root of 1 or unity. Then x cube equal to 1, you know that imply x cube minus 1, that equal to 0. And you know the formula, x cube minus 1, that means 1 means 1 cube, so a cube minus b cube. The formula will be a minus b, then a square plus ab plus 1, that equal to 0. So either here x minus 1, that equal to 0, or x square plus x plus 1, that equal to 0. So from the first one, here x equal to 1, and for the second one by Sridhar Acharya formula, minus 1 plus minus root over 1 square, that will be 1 minus 4, because 4 is e, and divided by 2 into 1. So it becomes minus 1 plus minus I root 3 divided by 2. Okay, so that means thus there are 3 cubes. There are 3 cubes of unity. There are 3 cube roots of unity, that is first one 1, second one minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2, and third one minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Okay. Now if you take minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2, that equal to omega, that is looks like w. So then omega square will be minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 whole square. Okay, and here you can apply the whole square formula, that is 1 minus 3 minus 2 I root 3 by 4, and from that one you can easily write down minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2, that means this one. Okay, so here you can write down 1 plus omega square, that equal to 1 plus, now omega means this one, so write down this one, minus I root 3 by 2, and omega square means this one, minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. So if here the LCM will be 2, then 2, then here minus 2, sorry, because here minus 1, so it will be minus 1 not minus 2, then plus I root 3 minus 1, and then again minus I root 3. Okay, so I root 3 cancel out, here minus 1, here plus 2, so it will be 0 by 2 and that equal to 0. That means 1 plus omega square, that equal to 0. And also you know that omega cube means omega into omega square. Okay, so you know the value omega, that is minus 1 plus 1 root 3 by 2, and omega square equal to minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Now if you multiply this one, then you will get here a square minus b square formula. So upper one will be 1 plus 3 and lower one will be 4. That means 4 by 4, that equal to 1. Okay, so here you can write this one, omega cube equal to 1. So omega cube equal to 1, and the another one is omega square plus omega plus 1, that equal to 0, when omega is the root of the equation x square plus x plus 1, that equal to 0. So now let's discuss about the powers of omega. As here omega cube equal to 1, then omega 4 equal to omega cube into omega, and that equal to 1 dot omega. Okay, so that means omega, that means omega to the power 4 equal to omega, as well as omega to the power 5, that equal to omega cube into omega square. You know that omega cube equal to 1, so that into omega square, so that equal to omega square. Okay, as same as omega 6 equal to omega cube whole square. You know that omega cube means 1, so it will be 1. Okay, same omega to the power 7, that equal to omega to the power 6 into omega, so 1 into omega, and that equal to omega. Okay, so here thus for any positive integral of omega is 1 or omega square, nothing else. Okay, I repeat, for any positive integral power of omega, it's either 1 or omega square, nothing else.